good evening, and welcome to the Marysville Junior Senior High Activity Center. I'm Bruce Dierking, along with Max Blasky, with the tip-off for 2022-23 as the Marysville Bulldogs entertain the Hiawatha Redhawks. Plenty of good seats available here in the gymnasium. If you'd like to join us tonight, it's a home opener this season as Marysville tips off tomorrow night on the road at Hiawatha. Home and away games live on air, online, and on our mobile app on KNDY, AM 1570, FM 94.1, KNDYradio.com, on the Sunflower State Radio website, and available on our free mobile app as well. As our broadcast coverage again this season, a service of our KNDY Sports Booster Club members. It's a brand new season. Girls tip off here in just a matter of minutes. Boys action to follow as a doubleheader live tonight on KNDY. And the starting lineup for the visiting Hiawatha Lady Redhawks: Josie Delaney's a 5'5" senior. Abby Elfner is a 6'1" junior. Darcy Leart's a 5'8" senior. Kinsey Nelson, a 5'5" freshman. And Aubrey Kent is a 5'9" senior. A trio of seniors, a junior, and a freshman start for head coach Brady Jasper, returning this season, with assistant coaches Stacy Jasper and Kelsey Hubin. Josie Delaney, Abby Elfner, Darcy Leartz, Kinsey Nelson, and Aubrey Kent, the starting five for Hiawatha. For Marysville, starting Bella Rader, a 5'6" junior. Bryn O'Neill, a 5'5" senior. Haley Ingalls, a 5'10" junior. Maddie Kapp, a 5'7" senior. And Lindsay Dressman, a 5'8" sophomore. Pair of seniors, just two seniors on the team this season. A pair of juniors and a sophomore. Start for first-year head coach Ben Wurtenberger. Assistant coaches J.I. Horning and Tara Hager. Bella Rader, Bryn O'Neill, Haley Ingalls, Lindsay Dressman, and Maddie Kapp, the starting five for Marysville. It's Marysville and Hiawatha Live high school basketball on KNDY.
Update your home today with a new look from Feldkamp's Furniture Mart. See their tremendous selection of living room, dining room, and bedroom sets and furniture, as well as bedding, accent pieces, appliances, and more. Flooring choices with professional installation are available to complete a new look from start to finish for a single room or your entire home. Financing options for any budget up to 24 months with no interest, as well as free delivery, making buying local easy. Shop Feldkamp's Furniture and Flooring in Marysville today.
Tension in Marysville is a leading national manufacturer and marketer of custom envelope products. Great career opportunities include operations, sales, customer service, accounting, tech, and administrative support. Go online to tensioncorp.com for the Careers tab for more details on currently available opportunities. And apply today with Tension Corporation in Marysville, an equal opportunity employer.
Olmsted Real Estate and Auctions, your farm and home marketing team since 1976. Let the family team of Tim, Tom, and Rob Olmsted and brother-in-law Tom Kirkland guide you in your real estate experience of selling or buying a home or farmland. Olmsted Real Estate and Auctions is experienced in providing timely, professional, and honest service. Find them on the web at olmstedrealestate.com or call today at 785-353-2210.
The Nordis Motor Company in Marysville has a new 2022 Chevy Silverado 1500 model custom edition. It's $1,500 off list. They have a 2018 Silverado 3500 HD one-ton dually work truck, Duramax diesel 4-door, 4-wheel drive, and a 2017 Silverado 1500 High Country Edition at the Nordis Motor Company.
Good evening and welcome to basketball season underway. Max Blasky with the call here tonight as the Bulldogs take on the Redhawks of Hiawatha. Thank you, Bruce Dierking, for that wonderful preseason introduction. Can't do anything I do without him keeping my head on my shoulders. If you're looking for basketball, this is the place to be. Marysville High School, beautiful junior-senior high auditorium here. New gym right against the highway. Absolutely beautiful here tonight. You got time to get on down here. Gym is filling up fast, but still plenty of seats to be had. Excitement around this Marysville Bulldog girls team, a younger team as we hinted at there in the pregame, but bringing back some experience from last year. Well, of course, the most excitement, first-year head coach Ben Wurtenberger, 16 years of experience he brings here to Marysville. And a lot of excitement for this team as the first game of the year is about to tip off. Marysville will be in their home white top and bottoms, work right to left here. Hiawatha will be in their home red unis with white numerals. So the swing around, Marysville's going to be in a straight man-to-man first off, and there's a steal first possession. Haley Ingalls sticking that long arm out there and getting the steal for Marysville. They first turnover of the game here early on. Hiawatha coming out with a lot of pressure, a 2-1-2 pressure. That's going to force a turnover. So back-to-back turnovers now. We have one for Hiawatha and one for Marysville early on in the game. Clock just started, still scoreless, 7:30 left here to play in this first quarter. Our first three attempt of the year is up and no good off the rim. Abby Effler for Hiawatha's no good. Rebound comes Marysville. Still in that pressure, but a first foul is going to be called on 33. Kinsey Nelson, that is going to be her first personal foul of the game. Marysville doing a good job here early on in the season, getting out on the defensive end. I know that's a very big point of emphasis for any coach starting off the year. Is start off good defensively, the offense will come in. Here Marysville here is left side, spinning hook shot in the post is no good. As Hiawatha's going to go on the run. They turn it over, unforced error there. Another turnover by the Redbirds as now Marysville looks to push. No points left on the board yet here, but we are looking for our first basket. Into the lane goes the Marysville shot up, no good as it's controlled, and we're going to have a foul down below. Lindsey Dressen went in for the Bulldogs, tried to get a layup off the backboard, no good. Rebound went to Hiawatha, but we're going to have a foul here called as the out-of-bounds play will be ran for Marysville. And a steal off the inbounds play, some quality basketball here on the first couple possessions is the key here tonight. In the corner, it goes Marysville Bulldogs as they swing it up here around top. Into the lane, it's going to be Raider. Into the lane, a hand foul. Second one here of the night, as that's already 3 quick fouls on the Redhawks.
Really crowded in the lane. Maddie Kapp fought traffic in there a couple of moments ago. Lindsey Dressen, you aforementioned, was inside, and this time it was Bella Rader trying to drive into traffic, but no opportunities. So many Red defenders in there.
Marysville gets 2 shots off up the backboard. Maddie Kapp able to get 2 up there, not able to capitalize, but Marysville will go to the line here as with the offensive rebound. It's going to be Aubrey Kemp, I believe, with the rebound. Looking for our first points here of the night. Bryn O'Neill's free throws up and good, breaking our scoreless tie. Marysville Bulldogs now lead 1-0 here. First game of the season. Second free throw up for O'Neill, and off the back rim, no good. Marysville still holds their 1-point lead. Pushing the tempo is Hiawatha. Second three of the night here, right corner, is going to be no good. Good, strong rebound inside by Raider. Marysville looking to push it far side now as Hiawatha drops back in their press. Opportunity now for the Bulldogs. Shot in the corner. It's going to be up. No good. Offensive rebound. Dressman as she puts it up back over near side to O'Neill. As she can't get it to go either. Lots of shots going up, but not able to get anything down. As finally we have a foul on Hiawatha.
Second and third opportunities for the Lady Bulldogs underneath. We're seeing some of that youth and inexperience underneath. They're not quite sure where they are in relation to the basket.
But going up strong and continuing to fight into the boards is what they want to see here early on in this game. A little step-through move there. That's going to be a turnover. First one on the year of Maddie Kapp. Good job there by Kapp as she tried to take baseline. Couldn't quite sneak around the defender. We're going to have our first substitution of the night. Dressman is going to come out as Casey Roche will go in. Marysville still leading here 1-0 early on. 6 minutes left to play here in this first quarter defensive battle we have here in Marysville. Another three from the left wing for Hiawatha. That's down and good. Abby Effler with the 3 ball there as the lengthy junior gets the first tray of the season to go. Marysville's looking to answer back on the opposite end. Shot long, no good from Kapp. As offensive rebound up and good. That's going to be Haley Ingalls getting her first bucket of the season.
Nice job by Ingalls. She knew right where she was at in relation to the basket. Took advantage.
And here we have a fast break layup. Good and off the rim. Left-handed. Marysville had an opportunity there. Fast break after the forcing the turnover. Couldn't capitalize. Hiawatha the other way. Into the lane. Charge tried to be taken. shot went off the rim. Marysville comes away with it. Talked about the inexperience a little bit ago. Some sloppy ball here the first couple minutes of the game.
Nice double-team pressure for the Bulldogs, so they stood against the shooter, came in looking for the whistle. Wasn't one to be had.
Turnover here for the Bulldogs again as Hiawatha is out on the run. Fast, big opportunity up and good layup there for the Red Raiders as Josie Delaney gets her first two here early on in the season. Breaking that pressure of the Bulldogs were the Red Hawks of Hiawatha. Now they lead by 2, 5-3, 4:30 left to play here in the first quarter. Right to the middle of the lane, but blocked at the bucket.
Elfner blocked cap that time beneath the basket. Long reach, put the ball on the basketball, knocked it back.
Now Marysville settles in defensively in a 2-3 zone. Girl gets lost on top. That's Effler. She swings down to the corner baseline. We're going to have a foul on Marysville. That's going to be on Casey Roche. Casey Rush with her first foul here of the night. That's going to be first one on the Bulldogs now as a substitution is made.
Grace Winkler, sophomore, checking in.
Into the corner for the Red Hawks. It goes back to the corner. 3-shot attempt from that left corner. No good. Josie Delaney could not get that bucket to fall. Marysville pulls the defensive rebound. Quickly up court to beat the pressure. Quick inside. Ball is tipped around and stolen by the Red Hawks. A little careless with the ball there are the Bulldogs.
Boy, how many times have you said turnover tonight? Both ways.
Another three here on the far left wing. Up and no good. Good box out, though, down below. Ball gets tipped around to stay with the Red Hawks. Still fighting for it down low. Kicks out. 3 attempts again for Hiawatha. Off the front end. And just rattles there.
Has 3-on-1 coverage underneath, so Kenzie Nelson was just wide open out there and took advantage.
Ball rolled over the top of that rim, went in for a 3 as now Marysville gets it inside. Packed on the shot attempt is Haley Ingalls, and she's going to go to the line here for 2 free throws. Talked about it there, yeah. Early on, a lot of turnovers, some sloppy play from offensively, but getting back towards the board are these Bulldogs.
Second trip to the line for the red and black. That's 5 team fouls on Hiawatha.
Marysville able to get to the bucket here early on in this first quarter, just not able to capitalize on their opportunities. 1 for 2 now from the line.
Alea Contreras, substitution for Hiawatha, checks in, going 7 deep.
Second free throw is a miss, no good. As Hiawatha pushes the tempo here, working left to right. Brings it near wing, swings it back up the top, looking to get it inside. Marysville in a little 2-3 zone. Corner 3-shot up and nothing but bottom. As Josie Delaney gets her second 3 of the night, the 5'5" senior heating up from deep.
Wonder why they were pushing the long ball early on, but back-to-back threes, there's my answer.
Shot is a little wild on the inside, but another foul there by Hiawatha. So give credit to Marysville, missing quite a few shots early here in this game, but getting on the boards and forcing Hiawatha to miss some personal fouls. 6 already on the Red Hawks, as Marysville will soon be here in the bonus. Already in the first quarter, Marysville trailing 11-3, 2:25 left to play here, as Marysville taking on Hiawatha in this opening season game of basketball action. Good to be back. Into the lane it goes. Marysville up off the glass, no good, but another foul called on the Red Hawks.
Casey Rush, third Bulldog at the free throw line so far tonight.
Trying to get some easy points here. Marysville 1 for 4 early on free throws. Make it 1 for 5. It's not able to take the lid off the bucket early on here in this game are the Bulldogs.
Sarah Murphy, 4th senior on this Hiawatha team, checks in.
2 dribbles off her toes. Second free throw up and no good. So only 1 made free throw so far tonight for the Bulldogs. Is not able to capitalize on the 3 points. Josie here thought about near side 3. Pulls it back out as now Marysville on defense. Ball top of the keeper, Hiawatha into the lane. We're going to have a foul. I believe that'll be on 0, Gracie Winkler. That's going to be her first of the game. Quick ball movement by the Red Hawks, swinging it around the top of the key and then getting it to that baseline against this 3-2 defense of the Bulldogs. Able to get into the lane, force a foul call, and now it's out of bounds underneath the basket.
Maddie Cap checks in for Winkler.
Both teams going deep here, already 7 or 8, both sides coming off the bench. A shot is no good. Marysville controls the rebound. Good strong rebound there by Lindsey Dressman, 5'8" sophomore, battling tough down low. As Marysville now on offense looking to get something on the board. Stuck in the corner trying to find someone into the middle. I think we're going to have another foul. Actually going to have a walk there. Turnover on the Bulldogs is just nothing falling early on here in the game for the Lady Bulldogs.
Well, they're getting a lot of pressure inside, and they're not adapting well to that pressure early on in the season.
Spoke earlier, a younger team, yes, indeed, and being able to adapt and handle this pressure. And, this is a good test for a young team. Hiawatha's a little bit taller, a little bit quicker, some more experience, but an opportunity to see what these girls have early on, first game here of this season. Marysville now on defense, back into a more traditional man-to-man, kind of a moving zone as Hiawatha works around the top. Into the lane, good pass over the head, though, of Alea Contreras as Hiawatha turns it over, ball back to Marysville.
Haley Ingalls back in the Marysville lineup for Spurgeon. Also checking in, Bryn O'Neill, a starter, steps in for Casey Rush.
Keeping the girls fresh and the energy going, key to all these substitutions, is now Hiawatha's in a full court press. Marysville breaks it easily down here near side, kicks it back out, looking to get a good shot. Good job, though, by Marysville as they turn it over, trying to force it through the middle of the high post. Uncharacteristically, their bad turnover by Marysville. Hiawatha looks to extend this 11-3 lead. 1:35 left to roll here in the first corner. 3 left side, no good. Good rebound taken underneath by Bryn O'Neill.
Bulldogs have got to get some points on the board. Single field goal, single free throw. 3 points so far. We're almost to the end of the first quarter.
There's a shot attempt and blocked from behind as Hiawatha is going to look to run here again. Stealing it away is Raider. It's now down the far sideline, up for the layup off the bottom of the rim. No good shot kind of altered. We're going to have a jump ball here. Some wild play first quarter.
Yeah, Bella Raider, she tackled 2 defenders, or the 2 defenders tackled her, if we will, as she was falling backward, tipped it to Maddie Cap, who worked the court right to left, missed the long layup.
Marysville in a press them here of themselves, trying to get some easy back at bucket. Zombie back now to a half-court man-to-man. Raiders swing it left side, top middle here. Marysville looking to get a defensive stop, trying to get some offense going too as well. Still 11-3, 55 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. It's a long 3 attempt. No good, taken in by Marysville. Chance now to try and take the lid off this basket. There's another turnover by the Bulldogs. They just turn and throwing it. Not really seeing where they're throwing it at early on here in this game. Need to settle that down. On the run, though, here is the Bulldogs. Up with the layup, left-handed layup. Good.
Tit for tat, took it away. Bella Raider feeding Lindsey Dressman going in with a left-handed layup.
Marysville trailing by 6 now, 11-5. 19 seconds left to play here in this first quarter. Looking to get a stop going into quarter break. Hiawatha will set it up here left side, try and run a screen here off the elbow here near side. Up, shot, no good. Chance for Marysville. 5 seconds score. Up the rebound, up the floor goes Bryn O'Neill into the hands of Ingalls. She wasn't prepared for that ball, got a shot up, but it is no good at the end of the quarter. So after one, the Marysville Bulldogs trail the Hiawatha Red Raiders 5-11. We'll be right back here on KNDY Sports 94.1.
Cromie Lumber in Marysville and Washington offers sales, template, and installation of countertops, including quartz, solid surface, and Corian. Visit CromieLumber.com or stop in 609 Carolina in Marysville or 200 Ballard in Washington. For your next kitchen remodel project, see Cromie Lumber in Marysville and Washington.
If you're a driver over 50, it may be time to switch your auto insurance. The AARP Auto Insurance Program from the Hartford is now available through Copeland Insurance Agency in Marysville. Call today for your free, no-obligation quote. Learn more about special rates, benefits, and service designed especially for AARP members. Call the Copeland Insurance Agency at 619-6220. That's 619-6220. Certain policy features are subject to eligibility and may not be available in all states. Hartford Fire Insurance Company, Hartford, Connecticut.
Quality, integrity, durability. the values that make Landau stand out above the rest. Landau Company offers stable employment with growth opportunities, excellent wages, and a benefit package that includes profit sharing, $2 per hour shift differential, 4% attendance bonus, fuel allowance to drive to work, weekly paychecks, comprehensive insurance package with $500 deductible, and much more. Learn more. Apply online at landau.com. Phone 785-562-5381. EEO Vets and Disability. Welcome.
Back here in Marysville after a sloppy first quarter, a lot of turnovers between the Redhawks and the Bulldogs. Marysville trailing 11-5, and at the line now is Hiawatha. Another very clean first quarter there, Bruce. Real sloppy for both ends, I would say.
Yeah, way too many turnovers, both ends of the court. For the most part, Hiawatha's been launching the long ball. They don't have to hit a lot of them when Marysville's scoring just a pair of field goals and a free throw.
And not good for the Bulldogs either. They were 1 for 5 from the line there early on in the quarters. There's another unforced turnover as ball just went over the head of the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I think you hit the key there. Unforced turnover. That was a wide open pass. Near side wing. Flew out of bounds.
Marysville trying to get back in this game, still trailing 11-5 here against Hiawatha. There's another one of those three balls we just talked about. Good box out, good rebound as it goes to the way of the Bulldogs, looking to get this offense going. All the way down the court. Now Marysville's going to try a three of their own. That's going to be long from the tip, but we're going to have a foul inside. That's going to be on Marysville. Haley Ingalls will pick up the personal on that.
A lot of fouls already. We're in double-digit territory. 7 Hiawatha fouls. That's number 4 for Marysville.
Needing to capitalize on those fouls and turnovers for Hiawatha. The Bulldogs have just not been able to get the lid off the bucket here as they go inside. Does Hiawatha off the rim, no good, as the interior defense of the Bulldogs has been fairly decent here tonight against a lot taller team from Hiawatha. Quick pass for Marysville. We go back to Hiawatha, working left to right here, looking to extend this 11-5 lead. Marysville in the 3-2 moving zone here is looking to force some pressure, force some turnovers, try and get this game back on track before it gets too far out of hand. Down low, we're going to have a hand check foul on Marysville.
Both coaches just got to patiently out there seeing what they have, evaluating the personnel. Ben Wertenberger hasn't said, I don't think, forward since we tipped off tonight. First-year coach for Marysville. He's watching, he's evaluating, he's seeing where we need to go.
And really, a lot of these games, that's the whole goal for these coaches, especially in Ben State's first-year head coach, just seeing what he has and seeing how his team will react to some adversity. There's a three from Marysville. 3 balls, good. Fellow Raider with the triple as Marysville gets back on the board, 8-11.
Credit Brent O'Neill with the swipe and the assist.
Some defense leads to offense. Amazing how quick that works, and a little confidence on that offensive end can hopefully get some things going here for the Lady Bulldogs. Up with the shot, no good as the defense stands for Marysville. Lindsey Dressman with another rebound here this evening. Into the lane it goes. Dressman coast to coast, right-handed shot blocks, no good.
Abby Elfner, clean block.
She has been a force down low tonight. All 6 of one of her has 2 blocks already here early on in this first half. Marysville a little timid when they go into it, but need to attack the body of her. Try and draw some fouls, try and get to the line.
Bonus for both teams on the next whistle.
8-11, Marysville still trailing, just under 6 minutes left to play here in the second quarter of action as the first game of the season is underway. There's Elfner with a 3-ball, no good. Ball tipped around, back out top to Elfner. He's going to go corner Hiawatha, pulling it back out, resetting their offense are the Redhawks. Cutter down the lane, left side, a little floater up, no good, off the hands of Marysville. Just going to stay down here, getting a stop there, but not able to control that rebound as Hiawatha is going to get another shot at it here. Marysville only trailing by 3 as they were down 11-3 early on. A few triples and a few breakaway layups has brought them back into this game as there's another foul. Just talked about it. Marysville's going to go to the line now. I believe that'll be Haley Ingalls going to the line to test her luck at the free throw line. So far tonight, Marysville has not had the best of luck, 1 for 5 from the line. Try and get some free points on the board here with the clock stopped.
Worked the board on the miss by Elfner. That should have been a chip shot for her in the paint, but Marysville's done a good job on the boards tonight.
Excellent job on the defensive end, but still not able to get anything going on the offensive end. His first free throw is missed. Ball's going to go back towards Hiawatha. Long three there from the Red Hawks. No good as Marysville controls the board once again. Just talked about it. Doing a good job boxing out and on the defensive end, but something's got to give here offensively. Need to find a way around this tough Hiawatha defense. Try and find some easy scoring inside. Another turnover off the hands of a Lady Bulldog. In for the layup, up and good. The easy deuce. Darcy Lears got the easy two.
Lears brings a lot of experience to this club. She's been a factor the last couple of seasons.
Marysville now trailing back down by 5, 8-3. There's a right corner three as it's up, no good, nothing but air on that shot. Hiawatha looking to push again. Tempo is the name of the game for the Red Hawks. It's into the lane. It was Lears again, shot wild, no good. Board taken in by Bella Rader. Lears been all over the board, only 5-6, but getting in there here tonight, getting her hands on a lot of defensive rebounds.
Got away from Paige Campbell on the baseline, out of bounds, Red Hawks.
Another sloppy possession for the Bulldogs. As Marysville will take a timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll be right back here. Home of the Bulldogs, 94.1 and AM 15-7.
Your health and wellness are the first priority at RX Drug in Marysville. With many choices today, including mail-out options, you can trust that RX Drug know you and your family. They can make recommendations that not only save you money, but saves you time and avoid complications as well. All major insurance and prescription cards are welcome. You can call ahead or have your doctor call for fast and easy pickup. Doing business local is just good business. Thanks from RX Drug.
People like all different kinds of cars, but there's one thing everyone wants in a car: quality. Same thing's true with your car loan, new or used, buy or lease. You want quality in your car and in your car loan.
For a quality car loan, you know who to turn to. With great rates and personal service, shop like a cash customer with a quality car loan from us. Citizen State Bank of Marysville, Waterville, and Hanover. Quality banking since 1907. Member FDIC.
Back here at Marysville High School as the Bulldogs trail Hiawatha 11-13 here in the first girls game of the season. Tough pressure there by Hiawatha, but Marysville able to get it in underneath their own basket. Into the lane, Raider goes as the ball tipped away, and another turnover by the Lady Bulldogs. Pushing the pace is Hiawatha. Left side, right side, nice little up and underneath layup attempt there by Lears as she was not able to get it to go. Marysville controls the board now back on the offensive end. Good pump fake, wild shot there though by the Bulldogs. Offensive board fighting for it. We're finally going to have a foul underneath. Believe it's going to be on Marysville on the offensive rebound, so credit Marysville for getting after the boards there, but drawing the foul is Hiawatha. Now they'll roll to the free throw line, looking to extend this 13-8 lead with 3:47 left to play here in the second quarter.
Tanya Fry got caught on that. Again, we're in the bonus both ways.
Fry with the wild shot on the offensive end. Credit her for getting back and getting her own rebound, but a foul will cost her that shot there as we're going to have another one, a reach-in for Hiawatha. Back to the line now is Marysville.
Double team coverage, forecourt on Bella Rader.
Heading to the line is 2-1, Bella Rader. 16 team fouls, total fouls between both teams here already in this first half. Swampy ball, I would guess almost the same amount of turnovers for both sides too. It's the first game of the year. It's starting to figure out what's working and what's not. That's the main goal here tonight. Raider with the first free throw. Second one is up long, no good. Marysville does get a point, trailing 13-9 here. Second quarter of the game. Stop, pop, three off the bank. Window is good. Josie Delaney with the triple.
Giving them some wide open shots out there. If they're going to fall, they're going to add up in a hurry.
Sometimes you can't guard, a good shot. And right there, I don't want to call it a good shot, but an open one as it was. Banked in, 3 points nonetheless. Hiawatha leading 16-9. Marysville looking to roll it around offensively, gets it into the high post. Shot up and no good for Marysville as Raider put up the high post shot. Ball's going to be tipped around, out of bounds, off of Marysville.
Spurgeon back in the lineup for Marysville.
Another substitution for the Lady Bulldogs. Hit on it earlier. A lot of substitution. We'll probably play 8-9 deep here. Both teams' first game of the season. Trying to work it inside is Hiawatha. The good post defense down low by Spurgeon. Shot is up, off, no good. Tipped around. Raider comes away with the ball for the Bulldogs. Looking to push, has a runner down the right side, and just off the fingertips of Casey Rush. Has a good look there, good full court pass from Raider, but just off the fingertips, not able to control that full court pass.
Senior reserve Sarah Murphy checks back in for Hiawatha.
Looking to get it into the post again is Hiawatha, not able to get it to the tall 6'1" junior down low. Good defense here by the Bulldogs, though. Swings it up top. We're going to have a 3-second call on Hiawatha. As ball's going to go back over towards Marysville. So we talked about it here tonight. Marysville doing a good job down low on the post, giving up some height down there, but fighting and controlling defensive board there. They forced a 3-second violation. Marysville with a chance to cut into this 16-9 lead.
Haley's in for Spurgeon coming out quick.
There's another careless turnover. Raider just threw it over the head of her intended target, as that's going to be a turnover. Bulldogs. Hiawatha is going to work it here left to right, trying to work it inside. Another 3 balls. The defense sinks in off the back of the rim. No good. Tips around. We're going to have another foul here. That's going to be on Marysville. Haley Ingles going to pick up the personal there. Second personal foul for Haley. Now that is 18 fouls for the Bulldogs here in this first half. Stepping to the line is Sarah Murphy, 5'7" senior. First free throws up and no good as Marysville controls again. Yet another defensive rebound. Looking to break this scoreless streak for the Bulldogs. 3 corners short, no good. Fought for underneath, up and good, no good. Marysville as it's tipped around. Marysville with 2 opportunities there on the offensive board, getting none of them to fall. Still trailing 16-9. 1:38 left to play here in the second.
Bryn O'Neill missed the long ball. Haley Ingles tried to salvage it beneath, and neither could buy a basket or the iron.
No one from Marysville here tonight can buy a basket, as there's going to be a 3 airballed from Hiawatha. Addison Williams put up the tray from the top of the key, but not able to get that one to fall. Hiawatha with another substitution, keeping those legs fresh here early in this first half.
Alea Contreras, sophomore, back in the lineup.
Raider brings it up for the Bulldogs, goes high post, looks here near wing, out in the hand of O'Neill. Up top again to O'Neill, wide open, decides to swing it here near side, tipped, and we're going to have a turnover, and then we're going to compile that with a foul. Lindsey Dressman picking up her personal foul, second one here of the night. Some careless basketball from the Lady Bulldogs here early on with all these turnovers.
9 team fouls each side. Double bonus on the next whistle each way.
Free throw is up and good for the Red Hawks. Sarah Murphy putting the first one in, extending this lead now 17-9, 1:10 play here in the second quarter. Second free throw up and good. Another substitution for the Bulldogs. Casey Rush will come into the game for Haley Ingles with those 2 fouls. Take her out, not run the risk of picking up her third with this last minute of the half. Raider bringing the ball up for the Bulldogs, working right to left here. She's been the one player that's played every minute so far here in this first half. She gets into the lane, stop, pop shot. Good. Willa Raider with the nice 2 there.
Raider had to keep the ball away. Darcy Liertz tipped it back her way. Then she comes into score.
Getting to the heart of that Hiawatha defense, getting the deuce to go as now Marysville trails by 7, 18-11. Trying to run something off the high post is Hiawatha. That's going to be a travel turnover again on Hiawatha.
Take away the basket. Garza Leartz had the layup, split defenders, but that's where the extra step came in.
One too many steps now as Marysville could possibly hold for the last shot. 35 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Marysville trailing 18-11. Going to be topside Dressman as she gets into the middle of the lane. Stop off. That one's good. Back-to-back easy deuces for the Lady Bulldogs as they trail now by 5. Chance to get a stop here. 17 seconds left. It's going to be the Lady Redhawks up top working at left side. Running a little scissor action with an elevator screen. Running off the high post. 10 into the lane. Ball's kicked around. It's going to go out of bounds. Believe that's going to be off
Hiawatha.
Off Hiawatha. Marysville gets a chance here. 5.9 left to play here in this first half.
String together 3 baskets before intermission. You're right back in the ball game.
They could get back-to-back-to-back buckets. That's more buckets than they had in the first quarter. Right into the middle. It's going to be Dressman, and she's going to stop the travel there. Going to keep that pivot foot down as she got to the middle of the Redhawks defense, but not able to keep that pivot foot in the line. Marysville makes a substitution. Dressman will come out. 1.6 left here to play. Ball goes to half court. Tip shot's going to be put up. No good. Well after the buzzer, and that's going to be our halftime score. We're going to go to halftime with Hiawatha leading 18-13. You're listening to Lady Bulldogs basketball here on KNDY Radio.
This time of year, you have places to be and people to see. Let CJ Express get you there by fueling up your next holiday road trip. Snacks, drinks, Hunt Brothers Pizza, premium dyno fuel, and more. Get a gift card this holiday season and let the giving happen all year round. Safe travels from CJ Express with locations in Marysville and Frankfort. Surprise the man in your life this Christmas with something he really wants: more power. Table saws, cordless drills, impacts, trimmers, and chainsaws. Perfect for gift giving, Hometown Lumber in Marysville and Axtell Lumber have Milwaukee and DeWalt power tools and accessories. Pull lasting holiday memories fresh from the flame of your new Solo Stove fire pit. Built for the backyard and beyond, and great for any age, make a Solo Stove from Hometown Lumber in Marysville the #1 gift on your list this year. Honeyman Auto Sales and Service. Drive by or check inventory online at honeymanauto.com. You can even schedule a test drive online as well. With lots of choices, Honeyman works to make yours the best buying experience with customer service a top priority. Competitive pricing, knowledgeable staff, and superior customer service right here at home. With a full service shop and a selection of both cars and trucks in all price ranges, see Honeyman Auto Sales and Service, East Pony Express Highway, Marysville, today.
Generations have relied on Kinsley's of Marysville, the Padden Funeral Chapel in Frankfort, Hanover Mortuary, Ward Funeral Homes of Lynn and Washington, and Landreth Axtell Funeral Home. You can continue to rely on the professional experience that they provide and the heartfelt concern that they offer each family that they serve. Caring concern in your family's time of need.
Here in Marysville as the Lady Bulldogs trail Hiawatha 18-13 here at half. Max Lasky on the call alongside Bruce Gerke. Bruce, I think the word of that first half was sloppy.
Yeah, it was a tough first half. A lot of turnovers in the ball game, a lot of fouls. We wound up with 18 team fouls between the two, even up 9-9. But that's way more than either coach wants to see. And I know they're going to focus on the turnover situation, especially the unforced errors.
And we talked about it earlier. Marysville does have a younger team, but you're not going to use that as an excuse by any means because a lot of these turnovers, they were unforced. They were just thrown to a spot rather than a person, and that really throws off the whole offensive flow.
Yeah, they're struggling, if we will, finding an offense. They're just kind of playing with a rhythm out there, and that rhythm hasn't carried them too far, and working into a lot of traffic, not meeting a lot of success.
Now, on the other side of the ball, defensively, they're doing a good job limiting Hiawatha to one shot, getting defensive rebounds. But a few triples have been the story for Hiawatha as they've opened up 4 threes there in the first half.
Well, a lot of threes. I don't know what they're hitting. It's not a high percentage. But, again, as I said earlier, if the opposition's not racking up points, if you can get the occasional tray, you still got the lead, and that's the story. as you said, not second and third opportunities. Marysville defense, they've shown pretty well tonight.
Getting stops, I think, will be the key rolling into the second half. And, of course, trying to get the lid off the basket. Marysville, too, from the free throw line, only hit one free throw and about 7 attempts there in the first half. So shooting and turnovers are going to, I think, be the focus in at halftime. Coming out at half, what do you want to see from the Marysville team?
Well, you got to clean it up. You've got to be more consistent, keep that basketball, and then you've got to take advantage of things like free throws. They're called free for a reason. Marysville trailing 11-5 into the quarter. A couple of late scores there before intermission. They're still down 5 points, 18-13. Anybody's ball game.
It's still going to be anybody's ball game going into half. We're going to take one more break. We'll be back with some stats and scores. You're listening to Marysville Bulldog basketball here on KNDY 94.1 and AM 1570.
At Galloway Wiegers in Brenniger, we're about building relationships one client and one issue at a time. I'm Jason Brenniger, and I invite you to visit with me for any legal services you might have, including probate, estate planning, and trust administration. Advanced planning has countless advantages to your family, including greater control and disposition of your assets and tax issues that might come up. Call for a no-obligation appointment today. Check us out on our Facebook page or at gwblaw.net.
Double the joy! Double the joy! Double the joy!
Ho, ho, ho! We're doubling the joy this holiday season at Blue Valley Technologies. Refer a friend, and you get $40, and they get $40. Refer as many friends and family members as you can before the end of the year, and the credits will show up on your Blue Valley bill. Visit bluevalley.net/double the joy today.
Terms and conditions apply. See store for details.
Sunflower Community Credit Union recognizes that members' health, both personal and financial, is top priority. In order to make your banking a completely safe experience, they're proud to now offer drive-in convenience, Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5:30, Saturday, 8:30 till noon. Lending can be done remotely as well. Contact their friendly loan officers at 562-3741. New members always welcome. Call, go online, or drop by Sunflower Community Credit Union in Marysville for more details. Caring about your personal and financial health, Sunflower Community Credit Union.
Bremen Farmers Mutual Insurance, providing high-quality coverage and service, all at a competitive premium cost. Since 1888, Bremen Farmers Mutual has offered homeowner, farm owner, business owner, fire, and inland marine coverage. Dependable and affordable. See your local agent representing Bremen Farmers Mutual Insurance. Learn more about the various insurance products offered by going online at bfmic.com.
Halftime entertainment tonight, the Marysville Bulldog Pep Band under first-year director Blake Nations. Boys teams on the floor warming up. That'll be the second half of our doubleheader here tonight. Bulldog basketball home and away, live on air, online, and on our mobile app, KNDY. Hiawatha 18, Marysville 13. Lady Hawks led by Josie Delaney. The senior has 8 points, 8 of the 18 points so far. Kenzie Nelson a tray, Sarah Murphy, Darcy Leartz 2 points apiece. Hiawatha with 11 in the first quarter, 7 in the second, first half total of 18. Marysville led by junior Bella Rader with 6 points, Lindsay Dressman with 4, Haley Ingalls with 2, and Bryn O'Neill has a free throw. Marysville 5 in the first, 8 points in the second quarter, back-to-back baskets shortly before halftime. 13 first half for Marysville, trailing Hiawatha 18-13 at the half.
Farmers, they're the lifeblood of America. The men and women who tackle the toughest jobs to put clothes on our backs and food on our tables. They might do it quietly, but their genuine values and tireless work ethic are an inspiration to us all. Some might say farming is a thankless occupation, so that's why we're taking the time to say thanks. Farm Bureau Financial Services, protecting what matters most.
Patrick Booty in Marysville is your local agent with Marshall County, Farm Bureau Insurance, and Farm Bureau Financial Services. Legacy Carpet Cleaning will give your floors a fresh as new look. Let their team of dedicated professionals tackle your carpet or tile cleaning. Your home feels fresh, looks great, and makes a more healthy environment for you and your family. Call Skylar Price today for an appointment and let Legacy Carpet Cleaning in Marysville go to work for you.
JD Construction wants to make your dream home a reality. Whether you want to build a custom home, remodel your current home, or add a new deck or patio, JD Construction can handle all your residential construction needs. They are also experts when it comes to agriculture and residential buildings. For small or large projects, consider a custom building from JD Construction. They'll give you high-quality work while staying on schedule and budget. Contact Jared Smith at 785-353-2312. From start to finish, it's JD Construction.
Are you done yet? I need to get ready.
Well, maybe you should have gotten up sooner.
You've been in there for an hour. Come on, I need in there.
Does this happen at your home? Would you like to eliminate all the yelling and buy a bigger house? Well, you can by talking with United Bank and Trust about home loans. Go online to www.ubankonline.com or head to your local branch to visit with a loan officer. United Bank and Trust. You bank, we deliver. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Freeze CPA in Marysville has built a heritage of trust and reliability with your accounting, tax, and business advisory needs through the years. Certified public accountant Marcus Freeze, with over 25 years of experience, and his staff continue that tradition of outstanding service to you, the customer, each and every day. Freeze CPA, downtown Marysville.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you saved money in 15 minutes. In this moment, it doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance as you. In this moment, what matters is that your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind you have you covered. Please come see the girls on Broadway at Alliance Insurance, 785-562-2393.
High school basketball is back as the Marysville Bulldogs are battling the Hiawatha Red Raiders. Girls action going on right now, trailing 5 here at the start of halftime, 18-13. Spoke about it a little bit there at halftime. Story of that first half for the Lady Bulldogs was going to be turnovers and sloppy play on the offensive end. Defensively, holding Hiawatha to 18 points, pretty decent, but not able to get the lid off the basket themselves.
Going to be interesting how the teams adapt here in the second half.
Always a big key to look out for going out of halftime, especially first game of the season. Who's going to change what they're doing? There's going to be an early turnover for Hiawatha as the, habit continues here early on in this first half.
Yeah, it wasn't the smartest move. Darcy Leartz had a move to the lane, had defenders, obviously, but instead played beneath the defenders to Kenzie Nelson. There goes the ball out of bounds.
Marysville with a chance to cut into this 5-point deficit as they get it into the middle. A little floater at the free throw line. Hard off the backboard, but offensive rebound up and good. Maddie Kapp getting to the board there.
That one looked like an offensive play. Lindsey Dresden, nice move to the hoop, put it in motion. Kapp with the rebound and the follow.
There's a three by Hiawatha. That's going to draw nothing but air. Yeah, for there the first half, we were talking a little bit at halftime. Marysville didn't seem to run too much offense, just kind of throwing at two spots and getting to spots, but that one looked pretty good. So I would say adjustments at a half on the first offensive possession worked just all right. Back into the lane it goes for the Bulldogs as a left-handed hook shot from the left block is up and no good, but a foul. 2 free throws on the line coming up for Haley Ingalls.
And not even a minute into the second half, here's a foul whistle.
1 turnover already on Hiawatha and 1 foul on them as well. It seems that we are to continue in the second half what we were doing in the first. Free throw again, missed for the Bulldogs. Can't seem to buy a bucket here at home.
Ben Wertenberger's got the stance, hands on his hips. He missed a couple free throws. You're getting 10% from the line on the night.
A little bit of a pace going on for head coach there as he is just asking to buy a bucket. But still trailing here, 18-15. Into the lane it goes Hiawatha, but good job there by Ingalls, making up for the 2 missed free throws as she forces the miss, gets the box out, and gets Marysville running. It's going to swing up top to Raiders. She swings it here near side to O'Neill. Marysville doing a good job working it around the top of the horn. Into the lane, a runner was no good, blocked actually. O'Neill got it up as Marysville kept possession, but we're going to get another turnover. Maddie Kapp turns it over for the Bulldogs. Marysville did a good job getting towards the bucket there, but the 5'5" O'Neal just no match for this Hiawatha defense. Marysville on the defensive end. There's going to be a three. That's good, but no good as the travel was called far side, saving Marysville from 3 points as the defense kind of got lost there on this far side. Inbound pass is tapped away, but out of bounds is Delaney for the Red Hawks. Got a hand on it, but Marysville will continue to keep possession as Hiawatha has some pressure. Straight man, Marysville breaks it pretty easy. Comes near side corner. Now working here, top wing. Looking to get it to the elbow, trip. Another foul is going to be called. That's going to be on Kinsey Nelson of Hiawatha. Second foul already here of the half. At this pace, Marysville is going to be shooting free throws here in about 2 minutes. Still trailing 18-15 here. 6 minutes left to play in the third period. Just after halftime, Marysville looking to get something going. Here's a three near side for Marysville. Off the rim as Rader put it up. Offensive board for the Bulldogs down low. Haley Ingles getting her hand on it, and another foul.
Cavaliers got a couple of fouls now. That's 3 Hiawatha fouls opening 2 minutes and change of the second half.
Good opportunity now for Marysville to cut into this 3-point lead. Quick little swing pass inside. It's going to be off of Hiawatha. Again, tip the ball. Marysville's going to keep possession.
Got a break on that. It didn't play in very well. They just got lucky.
Did not play in at all. Inbounder, believe that as Maddie Cap was able to get back to the ball, save the possession for Marysville into the lane. Haley Ingles gets the little floater to go. Marysville trailing by 1 now. Quick response by Hiawatha. No good. Marysville's on the run.
Ingles' second score tonight. Marysville was down 18-9 late in the first half. They're down 1.
Good resilience from this younger Marysville team. Hit on it at the opening. A younger team, a little experience, but a lot of sophomores here for this Bulldogs team. There's a little scrum, a little wild play. Marysville with a wide open layup. Can't get it to go. A foul is going to be called as Haley Ingles would not be denied at the goal. Good job there by the junior. She got 2 offensive rebounds, kept putting it up on the board, not able to finish any of them, but to the lane here to bring us to a tie. He goes up and good, and we are tied. A free throw here tonight we see Nate. Didn't think I would have saw that in the first half, but we are tied now at 18. 5:19 left to play here, third period. Ingles' second shot up and no good, as now Marysville will be on the defensive side.
Early indicators, I said, who would adapt in the second half? Look at Marysville, outscored them 5-0.
Come out hot after halftime. The defense keeping it going. If there's a 3 by Hiawatha, offensive rebound for the Red Hawks, as they'll keep possession.
Delaney with a shot, helping to the board.
Into the lane, a little runner. Shot's going to be up, no good. Darcy Lear's going to go to the line. We are going to have a foul, though, on Marysville. Maddie Cap's going to pick up her first personal foul of the night here, as Darcy will go to the line. First free throw up and good for the 5'8" senior. Just barely squeaked it over the front of the line, but regains the 1-point lead for Hiawatha.
Grace Winkler, Casey Rush, reserves checking the Marysville lineup.
Substitutions early and often, again, like we saw in the first half. Second free throws up and good. So just like that, Hiawatha has regained their lead.
First score, second half for the visitors.
And it comes from the free throw line. And off the side of Marysville, Hiawatha able to make their 2 free throws when they get a chance.
Playing with a lot more confidence out there. Here's a foul in the lane, but they're out there making short, crisp passes that aren't being picked off.
We talked about that in the first half, kind of lackadaisical throwing of the pass. You know, people not in spots that need to be, but coming out in your second half, a lot more crisp, like we talked about. Who made the change, and so far it's looking like Marysville's doing a good job. There's a jump shot there at the line as Hiawatha not able to get that ball to go. Marysville with a chance now, trailing 18-20. Good full court pass there by Rader as Marysville down below. Shot up, shot no good. Coming out of nowhere, blocked.
Dressman came in. Rush tried to salvage the second shot. Got tipped out of bounds.
Casey Rush put up that second shot there, but to be denied. Marysville will run it out of bounds here, trying to get it into the post. They're going to swing it here near side. That's going to be Raider with a triple. Raider, no good. Fought for down below on the ground. 2 or 3 Marysville girls. We're going to have a tie-up. Good 3 attempts here in the quarter by Bella Raider. Not able to get that one to go here. Unfortunately, Marysville will keep the possession, trailing by 2, 20-18, third quarter action here in Marysville. Bulldogs taking on Hiawatha. First game of the season, just getting the first sweat of the year going here at home. Sloppy play by Marysville. In possession is now Hiawatha does get the steal up, down the lane, up and good.
Darcy Lears picked it off twice. Had a Marysville opponent get it back on that first one, but this one she scores on.
Into the high post it goes for Marysville. We're going to have another foul on Hiawatha. It's going to be a side out of bounds for Marysville. Talk about Lear's effort there on that other one. Bruce has mentioned, knocked away twice from her, able to keep with it and get the wide open layup for Hiawatha. Marysville having a little trouble here on the inbounds, does get it in. Throws it inside, shot up, no good. Fought around, Hiawatha's going to come out of it. Getting it to the post, but not getting anything to fall now seems to be the theme the last couple minutes for Marysville. Thought about a 3 far side into the lane. Nifty move there by Darcy Lear.
Lear stepping up, showing some senior leadership. They need that.
Faked her head on a 3, got all the way into the lane. Nice little runner up and in. On the other end, we have a point up and good for Marysville. Marysville's going to take a 30-second timeout. We're going to take it with them. Bulldogs trailing 24-20 here on KNDY Radio.
We're involved in the community. We believe in this area, and we reinvest locally to help the local economy. First Commerce Bank. Experience the difference. Member FDIC.
No two farms are alike, and at Blue Valley Insurance, we understand that. That's why you'll get farm insurance coverage tailored just for you. We look at your individual situation and help you figure out the coverages that make the most sense for your farm, all at an affordable price. No matter what you grow or how big or small your farm, we can help. Your roots are in farming. Ours are in protecting you. Blue Valley Insurance in Lynn, Greenleaf, Hanover, and Marysville.
A offensive flurry moments ago, but Marysville still trails 24-20. 3 minutes left to play in the third quarter. On the defensive side is Marysville. Shot up, no good, but it's going to be caught off. A few Bulldogs knocked it off of themselves. Hiawatha will keep it. Didn't think we were going to see much there in the first half offensively, but a flurry of buckets here lately has pushed this lead up to 4 for Hiawatha. Now make it 6. So going inside. Elfner was able to just find position down low, and just the taller body got it up and over the defense of Marysville. Turnaround shot there from the high post is going to be no good, falling out of bounds. A few Marysville players, but it's going to be off of Marysville at the end of the day. Hiawatha will regain possession. Trailing 26-20 here are the Bulldogs. 2:30 left to play here in the third quarter. And a man defense are the Lady Bulldogs. Trying to work it inside is Hiawatha. We're going to have a low post push, and a foul, I believe, is going to be called on the Bulldogs. Dressman's going to pick up her third personal foul as she was fighting down below for position. That's going to be 3 team fouls on Marysville, 5 already for the Redhawks.
Casey Rush checks in for Lindsey Dressman. Rush, a freshman.
Going inside is Hiawatha, now kicking it back out. Good defense here by the Bulldogs. Ball getting stuck for the Redhawks, but that's what the Marysville teams are looking for. Make it stale, force some turnovers. Into the lane, a little runner. We're going to have a foul. Darcy Lears got to the spot that she wanted around her defender and right to the front of the cup as she's going to go to the line here again to attempt 2 free throws.
Starting to hear Lears a lot more here in the second half.
Well, you mentioned it just a moment ago, a senior starting to take over, and I think that's going to be one thing that might hammer Marysville as Lears gets the first one to go down. Might hamper Marysville as the season goes on. A younger team is going to need some leadership in games like this. It was just a tie game, but now Marysville trailing by 7, make that 8 as Lears gets her second free throw to go.
Carrying it on her shoulders right now.
Marysville brings it across the timeline, working left to right here. It's going to go far left to wing. Faked on the 3 into the lane. The ball stripped away. Sloppy dribbling there by the Bulldogs as another turnover gives Hiawatha an opportunity to extend this 8-point lead. Going to go Lears far side wing. Bring it back out. Works the clock are the Red Hawks. 3 attempt from the right wing is up. No good. Spot floor down below. We're going to have a tie up. Marysville Hiawatha gets in. It's going to stay with Hiawatha, though. Good hustle there by the Lady Bulldogs to get on the ground for that loose ball. It will stay on this end of the court, though. Marysville trailing 28-20, 1:40 left to play. There's a good steal there by Marysville, kind of the opposite ends we saw Marysville do all year. Hiawatha threw it to a spot more than to a person.
Casey Rush picks it off.
In the right spot at the right time. We're going to have another jump ball that's going to stay with Marysville.
Little tie up there, got away from Haley Ingalls, dives to the floor to catch a piece of it.
We're just giving them credit, too. Coming out of halftime, they looked real crisp running those first 5 or 10 plays, but here it's starting to get a little bit sloppy. There's Ingalls with a jump stop in the middle of the lane. The ball just not able to go. Another jump ball. We're going to go back to Hiawatha. Good job, though, by the Marysville offense to get the ball. They're getting the ball right to the rim. It's not like they're taking bad shots here tonight, just not able to get anything to fall at home. The Lears up top for the Red Hawks. Swing it around here, right side wing. Looking to get it into the high post is Hiawatha, and they do with the dribble. So up back top now, far side 3 attempt is on the way off. No good. Offensive rebound, tipped around top floor. Hiawatha's going to stick with it.
How hard did Kenzie Nelson have to fight between taller defenders to take it back?
A lot of fight from both these teams here in this third quarter. 45 seconds left to go as Hiawatha is content to run some clock here. Clock rolling, 28-20, Marysville trailing.
Trying to take some of that defense out of the lane. They're taking some pressure off by backing it out.
Marysville able to force the turnover here with an opportunity to cut it into this 8-point deficit.
Haley Ingalls picks it off.
Once again, where she needed to be on that defensive end low post is we're going to have a foul down low. That's going to be 6. Are we going to go to the line yet? One more.
Aubrey Kent, senior starter, back in the lineup for the Red Hawks.
And some foul trouble starting to mount up for the Red Hawks. 4 fouls on Kenzie Nelson as she goes to the bench in that substitution. And here we are again, another one, and now that's going to bring us to a 1-and-1. So Marysville in the 1-and-1 bonus the rest of the way here tonight. 21 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Lears shot is up and good for Marysville. Casey Rush able to get that free throw to go down. Rush 1 for 2 there in the first half. Second one up and no good. Lane violation before the ball got to the rim. Defensive substitution for the Bulldogs as they're going to drop back into some half-court zone defense here. 20 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Marysville trailing by 7, 28-21, but on the defensive end. Trying to get the ball to Eifler, and they don't. Picked off there by Marysville. That's going to be Rush getting the steal. 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Hiawatha's going to push the pressure. It's going to be tipped off the hand of a Hiawatha Redbird. Marysville's going to keep possession. 2.3 here near side. Side out of bounds for Marysville.
Bella Rader, Lindsey Dressman, a couple of Marysville starters back in, had a short breather.
Trying to get some shooting here on the floor One shot, one opportunity, 2.3. Inbounds goes to half court, and it's going to be a over and back. So another mental error for the Lady Bulldogs as a turnover will shut off their scoring opportunity here at the end of the third quarter. .1 seconds left here to play in the third. Marysville's going to go man-to-man with some pressure this time to throw it up. Clock's going to roll out as Marysville trails going into the fourth quarter, 28-21. You're listening to Marysville High School Sports here on KNDY.
For reliable trash pickup and roll-off service, call on Temps Disposal. Containers sized to meet your needs for residential, commercial, and construction jobs. Always prompt and professional, Temps Disposal serves Marshall, Washington, and Gage counties. Let them go to work for you. If it's their weekly collection schedule or one-time pickups for construction, moving, or cleanup, Temps Disposal in Marysville is a phone call away at 785-562-5360.
Basketball is underway here in Marysville as the Lady Bulldogs trail the Lady Redhawks from Hiawatha 28-21 there. What do you see in that third quarter, Bruce?
Well, Marysville came out and looked disciplined, more disciplined than they did in the first half. Those bright moments kind of faded, though, as the half wore on. Varsity Laird, senior, stepped up, got a couple of baskets back-to-back, added a couple of free throws, showed some senior leadership, opened the margin again. But Marysville trailing 11-5 at the end of one, down 5 at the intermission, down now by 7 points, but they were right there, I think, down 1 early in the second half. So you're seeing moments of sunshine, and then the clouds come back in.
That's probably the best way to describe it. Yeah, they had it tied there even in the third quarter. Opportunity to take the lead, but they've just let it dwindle from their fingertips. It's going to be an uphill battle, but one the girls can win. 8 minutes to play here in the first game of the season. Looking for an opportunity to put a first win on the score sheet as there's just a bad shot there by Marysville. A unorganized offensive possession as the ball's going to go back over to the Redhawks.
Haley Ingalls missed the shot.
So it's going to rest on the defense of the Bulldogs. As we talked about all night, the defense has been fairly compacted into the lane, not letting Hiawatha get much going down there. We're going to have a 3-second or an offensive foul call, I believe, on Hiawatha.
A lot of fouls. This is a dozen fouls second half. We had 18 first half. Do the math. 30 team fouls tonight. Marysville's doing a better job controlling here in the second half, but Hiawatha's been physical all night long.
Thank goodness both teams go 8 or 9 deep because there's going to be some foul trouble at the end of this game. Now on that other end, Marysville has not gotten their opportunities to fall at the free throw line. Would be a different story if Marysville would hit a couple free throws. There's the three that's short. Rebound's going to be chased down by O'Neal as she wasn't able to control that offensive rebound. Marysville back on the defensive end, one and done for the Bulldogs.
Learch took it away.
Hiawatha swinging it back up top now. Marysville in a man-to-man. One dribble top. There goes Lear's far side. It's going to be corner 3 for Hiawatha. Off, no good. As O'Neal comes up with the board for the Bulldogs. Trying to get it to Raiders. She does. It's going to be close to 10 second call. She's got to get across the timeline. She does. Beats the pressure of Hiawatha. Raider all the way into the line. A little floater at the lane. Good job there by the junior. She took it coast to coast, beat 3 defenders, laid it up with a finger roll, and got the 2 to go. That 2-point bucket there brings Marysville to within 5. 28-23, 6:16 left to play here in the third quarter. Far right wing, it's going to be Hiawatha with the ball into the lane. Now a kick out. Fake on the 3, jump stop at the free throw line. Fake in and good.
Josie Delaney.
All 5 of her got it up there off the glass. Bank shot was open here tonight as Hiawatha answers back. Marysville's on the offensive board. Looks like we have a player with a cramp over in the corner. That's going to be Bryn O'Neal, as I think we're going to get a substitution here. Looks like a cramp here early on in the season. Pretty common to happen.
Yeah, she's hurting out there. She's going to be all right. Casey Russ is going to check in. She's a freshman. She's seen a lot of minutes here tonight. Got a lot of freshmen and sophomores on this team.
a younger team especially, but doing a good job battling back there after halftime.
Bulldogs on the road tomorrow night. It's Hiawatha, Blue Jays state ranked. Bulldogs going to have their hands full. They always do in those early season games into the Big 7 League. All right, nice job, Ben. she was trying to walk it off, and it hurt worse every time. If you've ever had a leg cramp, you know what I mean. Ben Wertenberger picked up Cinderella and took her home.
That's a player's coach right there.
Yeah. Crowd like that.
So O'Neill's going to take a break at the end of the bench. Marysville's going to keep the ball and possession. They're going to go inside to it. Up and good.
A little bit of a distraction there, but Haley Ingalls comes back in, buys the short shot to the hoop. We're down 5.
Trailing only by 5, 30-25, 5:30 left to play here in this fourth quarter, excuse me. Marysville looking to get the first win on the season in opening season action here versus Hiawatha. Hiawatha looking to run some clock here as they dribble it up top, looking to get a shot. It's going to go far side wing. Now bring it around here near side. Good job by the Marysville defense, not allowing anything inside. Need to get some pressure, though, maybe force a turnover as Hiawatha will be content to run clock.
Well, that's fine. It's a 5-point ball game. There's not a big margin either way. They're going to try a little perimeter passing attack to see if they can throw the defense off. My boy, if you toss it into the hands of Marysville's Haley Ingalls in the paint, she takes it away. It doesn't pay off, does it?
Didn't work out too well for Hiawatha as the ball landed right in the hands of Ingalls. Turnover for the Red Hogs.
Well, as they're playing those perimeter passes, that may be what they're trying to counter, is the fact that Marysville's been so effective inside, working the defensive boards and picking off passes.
And some of those passes, too, for Marysville, an opportune throw by Hiawatha, but a lot of times just moving to the spot and a little change there as Ingalls gets the free throw to go. We had a foul on that last play. That's going to be 9 fouls for Hiawatha already as Ingalls' second free throw up and pure. Good shooting form there from the junior.
Look at the free throws falling.
All of a sudden, 2 free throws made in a row after they couldn't buy a bucket in the first half. Marysville now only trailing by 3. Working it around the top is Hiawatha. One thing for Hiawatha, they haven't went inside to Effler or much there in this second half. Had some opportunities in the first half and were good, but not going back to the well.
Here's what Hiawatha wanted. They wanted to bring Marysville defense out. Well, now Marysville showing some aggressive man-to-man pressure out on the wings, and they're making it tough for the ball handlers out there. So a timeout called by Coach Brady Jasper. We're going to keep here on this one. 30-27, Hiawatha lead, down to 3.
And it has been a good job defensively. Like you said, the last couple of possessions, Marysville's changed it up a little bit and almost faded Hiawatha into some of those low post passes that seem to sail over the head of the intended receiver every now and then. And that pressure you have talked about has given a little life to the offensive side. You hear coaches talk about it all the time, how defense will breed some offense. And here tonight, Marysville has done that in the fourth quarter.
Bulldog pep band trying to rally the crowd. A pretty good crowd here for a Thursday night. An early season tip-off. Marysville's on the road tomorrow night. They back home again next week. They're home a good bit of the month of December before the Christmas break. We'll pay for that after the first of the year. Again, we're back on the air tomorrow night. Join us about 6 o'clock. Girls Action Boys to follow here on KNDY, and all of our game coverage, a service of our KNDY Sports Booster Club members.
Of course, an absolutely beautiful night to come see some basketball. Of course, if you're out and about, swing on down here. The boys are set to tip off about 15 minutes after the girls. Of course, we'll have coverage of that coming up here just momentarily. But for right now, the Lady Bulldogs need to try and find a way to scrap together some stomps and get a bucket on the other end. Trailing by 3 after trailing by almost 8 moments ago. Down to 3 as Marysville gets a stop on the defensive end. Down on the ground. Good job there by the Bulldogs. Tipped out of bounds, though, as the ball's going to go off of Hiawatha, going to stay with Marysville. Good job there by the Marysville defense down low, forcing the turnover from Hiawatha, forcing the turnover as well. Marysville now with a chance. Ball in hand, trailing by 3, 30-27, 4 minutes left to play in this fourth quarter. They're going to swing it around up top. It's going to go come topside Dressman. Now we're going to go corner Raiders. Raiders trapped in the corner. Looks at the high post. Has the lady in the middle of the lane. Shots no good as Eagles going to get that one to fall. Thankfully for Marysville, it is going to stay here. So Marysville had an opportunity, but just not able to get it to go down.
Yeah, I couldn't buy the basket, but they get an A+ on their offensive look. Well executed.
Up top, it goes to Raiders. She's going to try and force it into Ingles. As just as we're giving them credit, it's going to go off the fingertips of the junior turnover Bulldogs.
That's more of what we saw early tonight.
An uncharacteristic pass from the second half of the turnover, nonetheless, as Hiawatha still trailing or leading by 3, looking to extend this lead. Clock continuing to kick on down as a runner in the lane, no good. Raiders going to come up with that rebound. Spoke about it earlier. The junior playing a lot of minutes here tonight, as that's going to be a turnover and a travel. Tough pass there to handle by Dressman.
Yeah, Lindsay Dressman was down there, saw an opportunity, but she was at the basket before she remembered where her feet were.
Pretty easy to get your top half and your bottom half turned around, as the turnover is going to give it back to Hiawatha. 3:30 left to play here in this game. Marysville looking to start the season off on a high note.
If you're a student of stats, you're going to realize every turnover is a chance for them to score and a missed opportunity for your team.
A lot of missed opportunities for both teams here tonight. We kind of figured that was going to be the case. Early season game like this, a real feeling out period, if there's another foul on Hanover.
Well, at the least, and I think you insinuated, the two teams match up pretty evenly.
And just with that foul, that's going to be our first disqualification on fouls of the game. Aubrey Kent's going to take a seat, the 5'9" senior. That first free throw is up and good. Haley Ingles getting the first to go.
Haley's fought several in a row.
Get her to the line and let her reap the benefits. Eagles 2 dribbles, second one up off the back of the rim, no good. Marysville trailing by 2. Hiawatha on this offensive end has gone stagnant, but we've talked about it. Give credit to this Marysville Bulldogs defense as they have dug deep here in the last couple minutes of this fourth quarter, not allowing the Red Hawks to get anything going, keeping their lead right where it is. Swinging it around the top of the key are the Red Hawks, trying to get something in motion now. 2:40 left to play in the game. A little dribble handoff up top. We're going to swing it back the other way around. Marysville on the switching man-to-man defense. Just a dribble weave top the key is all Hiawatha's running.
A little surprised to see them working time off the clock. They really no strategy other than to work some time here. It's just a 2-point lead.
And that's all they're doing, as we're going to get a timeout, 30-second timeout by Hiawatha. We'll take it as well. We'll be right back here on KNDY Radio.
Napa know-how.
Locally owned, locally operated, your Napa Parts store in Marysville offers Napa Parts and accessories, plus the tools, equipment, and supplies you need to get every job done right the first time. The right tools at the right price, plus Napa know-how. From your locally owned and locally operated Napa Parts store in Marysville, Enan's Automotive.
Napa know-how.
Here in Marysville, as the Lady Bulldogs looking to get the first win of the season, but an uphill battle with 2:17 left to play, only trailing by 2. Talked about it just a little bit before. Hiawatha took a time out there. They weren't really running much offense, just more keep away of the ball late in this game, but Hiawatha still leading by 2. Marysville need to get a stop and a score. There's going to be almost a foul at top. They're not going to call it, as Hiawatha's going to keep possession.
Yeah, defensively, that's what you want to avoid is the foul. You got a couple to give, but
into the lane, and just an easy 2 there for Hiawatha, as Paige Campbell found the soft spot in that Marysville defense along the back line. Put up the easy deuce, as it is now 4. Double dribble for Marysville.
Turnover.
Unforced, uncommon turnover there, as Marysville turns it back over Casey Rush got caught in between passing and shooting that ball, forces a turnover. 32-28. Marysville still trailing. 1:40 left to play here in this game.
4 points doesn't seem like a big margin, but Hiawatha was killing time with a 2-point margin. They've got a little breathing room right now if you want to look at it that way.
Marysville defense getting a little bit more intensity here, needing to get a stop, or you're going to have to start fouling. Only 14 fouls for the Bulldogs as the girls trail by 4. Like we said, Hiawatha more than content to roll it just around the top of the key. There's almost a turnover for Marysville.
We're not reaching in on those ball handlers.
And that's what Hiawatha has done all day, just smack your hands down, try and force some turnovers. There's almost another near steal, and finally a foul is called with 1 minute left to play here in this game.
Yeah, Bella Rader drew the whistle out top, but it wasn't a foul where you were reaching in for the ball. It was an intentional foul, to the back of the player. You've got to reach in. You cannot be 2 steps away from a ball handler.
Well, especially on that little up and around, it's easy to get kind of, lackadaisical on the defensive end, but trailing by 4, you need to force a turnover at some point. Get in there from that defensive side, get a hand in there. Spoke about it just a little bit earlier. Hiawatha's been doing that all game. Whenever Marysville went into the lane, just reaching your hands out there, trying to force it loose. Marysville need to get something here.
Well, they need to get possession of the ball, and then they have to capitalize on it. You have to keep the basketball to at least the basket. If that shot falls or doesn't fall, that's not the biggest factor, but they've had a couple of untimely turnovers down the stretch here, and when you're down 2 points, hey, that makes a difference. Ben Wurtenberger, first-year coach, Amy Renier stepped aside, announced her departure late in the spring. It was after basketball season, had been a long-time coach here at Marysville. Ben Wurtenberger steps in, as I said, evaluating a much younger team this year with just a couple of seniors on the roster, find out what they're made of and what direction they'll have to go. You're going to probably see a lot of adjustments in the early games this year. We've probably already seen a lot of adjustments here tonight.
And we have been impressed with the adjustments coming out of halftime in this game especially. There's a steal by Marysville. The ball's going to be tipped around at half court. It's going to be on the ground. We're going to have a jump ball. I believe possession error is going to keep it with Hiawatha.
Tip, but wasn't taken. Tip to Bella Rader there at center court. And she got the better half with her opponent, who's a little slow getting back up there. She was tangling with Darcy Leartz. Leartz going to be okay, but a little slow getting up. Grabs her midsection as she comes over to the sideline. So I want to stay in there, Coach.
Stays in there, that she does. Hiawatha gets it inbounds. Under 1 to play. Marysville trailing by 4. There's a foul on Marysville. That's going to be the 16th foul. And there's a foul that you just have to give regardless.
Well, you do, but again, Maddie Cap was more focused on making contact than trying to get that ball away. Just at least try to get that ball away.
Still with 1 foul to give here, opportunity to try and get a steal. There's another one.
Touch.
Just touched her, didn't even try and get the steal. We'll just let Hiawatha go to the line, as that's going to be Paige Campbell going to step up. Paige had a big bucket moments ago that gave Hiawatha the 4-point lead, but if you're Marysville, what do you do here?
Not a lot of Red Hawk tries from the line here in the second half.
Campbell steps up to the line, the 5'6" senior. Left-handed shot up and no good. Marysville with an opportunity clock running. Down the right side, it goes the Bulldogs. Ball in the hand of Raiders. It's going to go inside to Haley Ingalls, and she gets the 2.
Nice job. Assist to Raider. Ingalls turned. She knew right where she was at. Back to a 2-point affair. Timeout on the floor.
Right back to where they needed it to go, and that was one of those possessions where, like you just said, threw it where it needed to be, when it needed to be there, and it all worked out perfectly.
Another one of those rays of sunshine we've seen from time to time here in the second half on maybe an overcast evening otherwise. All of it part of a learning experience. I realize these kids are teenagers. A lot of them here in their first start or first varsity experience anyway on the high school court. Marysville back in the Hiawatha Girls Invitational last year. I don't know, for whatever reason, they went down to McPherson last year. Did compete. They were against some much larger enrollment-wise schools and classifications, but they're back in that Hiawatha Invitational, which I always thought was an awful good fit for Marysville. That'll be their mid-season tournament in January. Hiawatha, a team that hasn't done much since the early 1980s. It's been a long 40-year drought for this team. Did have some impact last year. I think last season, as I recall, they turned it around and they started to make a little noise over there. So they're going to see if they can carry over some success into this 22-23 campaign.
Hiawatha trying to start the season off with a win. So is Marysville, but right now Hiawatha's up 2, and there's going to be another foul for Marysville. Going to have to do it. Bella Raiders going to take that personal, as that is going to send Josie Delaney to the line. Hiawatha leading by 2, looking to extend this lead. Delaney, 2 dribbles, shot up is no good. So first run into the 1-and-1, no good. We're going to have a foul call. It's going to be Darcy Lears getting in there for Hiawatha, and a mental mistake there from the senior, as that's going to give Casey Rush the opportunity to tie us up late here in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, it was kind of a tough whistle. They were fighting position on the basketball. I agree with the foul whistle, but it was close.
It was close. Rush makes her pay as the first one is down and good. 40 seconds left to play here in the game. Marysville with a chance to tie it.
Freshman a chance to tie it up.
Shot up off the front of the rim and good. A little extra home luck there as the ball went rolling over, as Hiawatha's going to take their timeout.
Now tie ball game, 38 seconds left. Neither team's been a real offensive juggernaut here tonight, so going to plan strategy here. I'm sure on Brady Jasper's part, going for a last shot and try to get out of here in regulation.
Well, you brought up the point a moment ago when Hiawatha was running all that clock, only up 4 or 2, and I thought it was the right thing to do, but here we are tied again, and those breaks in the offense kind of, I think, threw off that Hiawatha rhythm they had in the second half.
Marysville hasn't had a lead tonight, down 7 at the end of 1, down 5 at the half, down 7 into 3. We're tied 32 all with under 40 seconds remaining.
Started just where we're standing, right where we started out. Tied 32, 38 seconds left to play here in this game. This young Marysville team looking to get the first win on the season.
Now, for Marysville, you have to get in and get that ball away. You're focusing on the ball, not making contact. Send them to the free throw line. They've got a chance to get that lead back.
The ever so important, the old saying goes, keep the hands out of the cookie jar. You don't want to send Hiawatha to the line with a chance to win it with the clock stopped. Be interesting to see how aggressive this Marysville Bulldogs team plays in the last 40 or so seconds.
See who the go-to is for Hiawatha. You're going to set up a play, and you're going to design that play for the last score. Just about sure of that.
Hiawatha with the ball up top, clock running, 25 seconds. We're going to get another one as Coach saw what he was looking for. Timeout again, and you just brought it up. At this point in the game, you're going to want to run something for the hot hand. Spoke about it a little bit earlier. Effler has not seen much action here in the second half. Was a dominant force there in the first. Where do you think this ball might go for Hiawatha?
I'm not the coach.
That's why we don't get paid to coach to make those decisions.
Well, a little bit surprised to see Brady Jasper take that timeout that quickly, leaving a lot of time on the clock right now. But I guess adjusting to the defensive show, I don't know.
Not exactly for sure what we're going out there. Of course, Marysville came out in there man-to-man straight up. Jasper takes that timeout. One timeout apiece for both teams. Of course, like we said, any foul will send either team to the line here. Marysville is in the double bonus. Hiawatha in the 1-and-1 penalty. But it all comes down to this. How big a test, though, is this for this younger team early on in the season?
Well, I think for either side, you'd be safe to say that they feel lucky to be in this position, especially for Marysville, trailing the entire night, giving up so many opportunities along the way with the untimely turnovers. You're just very blessed to be in a position where it could still be your ball game.
Still an opportunity to win this game, but needing to get a defensive stop. Lady Bulldogs tied with Lady Redhawks of Hiawatha at 32 all, 25 seconds left to play.
36 team fouls between the two, one foul out for Hiawatha. Nobody wants to go to OT.
Down far side, that looks like a double dribble, and it is going to be a double dribble. Turnover there for Hiawatha.
I don't expect that of the senior, Darcy Lears. I do not.
She had kind of taken over there early on in the game in the second half. 17 seconds left to play, 14-13. Ben's going to let the clock run. 10, one shot to win the game. Here we go. It's going to go cross. Still by Hiawatha at half court. 5 seconds, 4 seconds into the lane. Layup up and good for Hiawatha with the foul. And one. As making up for it, Darcy Lears puts the ball in, takes a hard hit, and will go to the line to try and make it a 3-point game.
You mentioned Lears. Don't forget to mention Kenzie Nelson. Nelson picks off the lob pass. She takes it down the floor, earns the assist.
For Nelson on that defensive end, a 5'5 freshman spun that head around, stuck her hand up, tipped the ball out to half court. Fast break for Hiawatha, now leading by 2.
Chance to effectively ice it, making it a 3-point game. I think Marysville's had a single trade tonight.
Free throw is no good. Rebound's going to go to Marysville. Ben's going to take his last timeout. We're going to have half a second left to play.
Yeah, that's just not enough time. That's not enough time. They were lucky to get the timeout before that 1 point something rolled off the clock. But a turnover, a turnover, pick of a lob pass. Shouldn't have been something that was grounded far enough, but a nice reach by Nelson for Hiawatha. Again, give her a lot of credit setting it up, and then a gutsy finish by Lears. She's been a factor at the right times tonight, once or twice, maybe 3 times.
Has made her presence known for sure. Allen, that offensive end for Marysville, kind of surprised Coach did not take a timeout there. We talked about it, a younger team, but he trusts his point guard there in Bella Rader to set up something. Unfortunately, threw it over the head of the intended Bulldog. And like we said again, turnovers will be the story of this night for Marysville.
It will be, and it won't be that last one that you focus on. It will be the one before and the dozen before that and the dozen and a half in the first half. Those are the ones that are going to add up. It's not that last one in the ball game. It's the compounded.
0.6 seconds left to try and make some magic happen. Marysville's going to inbound it far left side. Need to go to the length of the court. Of course, the foul would send Marysville to the line. Let's see what they got up here. A little sprint run. Ball's going to go towards the opposite 3-point line. It's going to go up. No good. It's a shot as Marysville did get it off. But Hiawatha wins it 34-32 on a last-second layup for the Red Hawks.
Bella Rader missed the last shot. Not much she could do. It was a turn and shoot. She was between defenders.
Not much they could do here, as turnovers were the story of the night. The Marysville Bulldogs fall to the Hiawatha Red Hawks. Lady Bulldogs start the season off 0-1 after trailing 32-30. We're going to take a timeout. Be right back here on KNDY Radio.
Feeling stuck in a state of compensation stagnation? You know, another year, no raise? Then let State Farm agent John Bannister help you get to a better state with a discount double check that can stretch your hard-earned dollars a little further. Discounts that could add up to 40% and put a few hundred extra dollars in your pocket. Discounts vary from state to state. See John Bannister, State Farm agent, 1022 Broadway, Marysville.
When you rollers send for Schroller.
For complete body repair, see Jeff at Schroller Collision Center. A family business for several generations, let Jeff and his quality crew help you with your auto needs. Schroller Collision Center, 701 Carolina, 562-3546.
Kickafer and Bussing, certified public accountants in Marysville and now in Seneca, are qualified and available to assist you with all of your income tax and accounting needs. Stop by and visit Ken Kickafer, Kent Bussing, or their staff of certified public accountants and paraprofessionals. For prompt and friendly service, contact Kickafer and Bussing at their 2 locations, 1100 Broadway in Marysville at 562-2100 or 508 Main Street in Seneca at 336-2400 to set up an appointment. Kickafer and Bussing, where quality begins.
Here in Marysville, as the Lady Bulldogs drop the season opener to Hiawatha, 34-32, and what will be described as a turnover battle here tonight. Bruce, what did you make of that game?
Well, it was a learning experience, and I guess that's to be expected, especially with a younger Marysville team and a first-year coach. I'm going to go back to early second half. That was Marysville's probably proudest moment. They adjusted during the intermission. They came back, showed some bright spots. They fought back in. As I said at the end, when we were tied, at 32 all. You had to feel good just getting to that point.
And a good hard-fought win Marlin, like we talked about, down 7 at one point, brought it all the way back to tie within those last couple of seconds, but a middle mistake there at the end. The turnover was the end of the key there. Again, defensively for Marysville, did a good job, one shot, keeping Hiawatha to that, but just not able to find the ball offensively. Stats for us here, drivers?
Yeah, I don't have much. Marysville was down 11-5 into the first quarter, down 5 at the intermission. Hey, they were down 7 points going into the fourth quarter, so to come back 32-32 late in the game and a late Hiawatha score for the win was still something to give them credit for.
And a bright spot for this younger team, the 5 and the competition level was there tonight, just falling short, 34-32. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be back after news, weather, and sports. You're listening to Marysville Basketball here on
Archives of this season's football and the state volleyball championship games are available on our website at sunflowerstateradio.com. Follow the sports tab and you can download any of our live broadcasts, including all the playoff games and championship for the Axtell Eagles. Plus, tune Coach's Corner each evening at 5:20 as we visit the area high school basketball coaches, boys and girls, with high school basketball live on KNDY and KNDY FM, your sports leader.